Good morning, folks. So we are here waiting for the ferry in Gabriola to start our journey back to West Van home. Funny enough, we literally, what's it, about 15 as the crow flies, we're about 15 kilometers from home, 15 to 20 max. And yet this is probably going to be a 4 to 6 hour journey, the way it's shaping up. You know, we always think, oh, the first time we took the ferry, this is so cool, it's so romantic. You go on the boat with your car, it's so nice. But look at this. So, taking a ferry, you have to deal with this, because there's only so many cars that can go on a ferry at the same time. So basically, we arrived at the ferry queue just as the ferry started off, just as the ferry left, and we're already like back in the queue. So we're going to wait at least an hour here. And then what's the other one? You can't book anymore, they're all full for the whole day.
Yep, all booked up, so you can't pre-book, and then you have to just get there, stand in the queue, see if you get on. And
hope for the best, yeah. So you just have to kind of hope you get in the queue. I mean, when we came in those queues in Nanaimo for the big ferry, ran into the town. They had like little wardens standing throughout the roads, blocking cars. It's crazy. So ferrying is a lot of waiting.
And now the shop on the corner at the ferry is not open on Saturdays and Sundays.
So we can't get a coffee now. We're going to walk to the town.
Belinda needs her morning coffee.
Belinda needs a morning coffee, so now we're going to walk. Let's get onto that side of the road.
So now I'm willing to walk up the steep hill to the nearest coffee shop.
Yeah.
What we won't do for coffee.
So this is the stroll from the Gabriola ferry to the coffee shop in Gabriola town. So, just to elaborate on the whole ferry idea. I mean, it's really cool to live on an island, but if you have to go to town regularly, it's not that cool, because ferries are very fickle in general. You know, I think this ferry only takes 70 vehicles, so if you're number 71 and you're not early in the queue, then you wait for the next sailing. And some days you can wait for 2 or 3 sailings before you get on, depending on how busy it is. And then, of course, you know, there's a bunch of other things that also influence ferries. The weather and all kinds of other things that can also prevent the ferry from running.
Also, specifically to Gabriola Island, if there's an emergency and they need to send an emergency vehicle over, that ferry gets taken up by that emergency vehicle.
Yeah.
So that ferry, if you were waiting for it, is out of the queue.
All right. And of course, you know, then there's like the school buses and the post van and all that
They
gets
get priority. Go on first.
Whew, it's a steep hill, Belinda.
It is, it's good exercise. Come on, Cully, you can do it.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
It is a
It is
steep
so beautiful
climb.
out here, though. Eh?
It is.
I mean, look at these little people have got these houses that are just in the bushes. Lots of artists and.
Do you think they sell scrunchies or do they put it up and put it on?
I don't know. Hey, look at all the scrunchy tree. Why? Anyway. Holy guacamole. I have to start questioning if this is worth it for coffee. Hey, Belinda. So another interesting fact about Gabriola, guys, properties here, the prices are climbing like mad, and property is selling like sweetcakes. It's they don't stay on the market long, and they go at ridiculous prices. There was a property that our friends looked out at. It was in the market for $350,000. It was basically a dump, so it was a half-built property filled with a whole lot of crap. You know, it was like not great.
And now you need to clear all of that from an island with no people,
No workers.
no workers.
Yeah, so you're going to now clean up that whole property and get it all sorted. So they decided not to put in an offer. 2 days later, it sold for $512,000. So in other words, $162,000 over asking price.
For a dump.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Whew. All right, there's the corner.
Maybe stop talking now.
Yeah, maybe walking and talking. Another interesting thing about Gabriola is that there's no workers here. There's an extreme shortage of people that can do manual work. Our friend's son, he's now 16.
Yep,
Just turned 16. He had a job at one of the stores here where he got paid $15 an hour. And he now got hired by a contractor to come and help him out at $30 an hour. This is for a kid to carry shit around. $30 an hour. Because they just don't have people that can help. And the problem is, it's because there's no accommodation. So, you can't rent a house here. It's very, there's not a lot available. So it's really hard to get a place to stay if you want to come work here. Which is weird. Anyway, that's Gabriola for you. Here's the town.
Tell them about
The water?
Like our friends ran out of borehole water. So now they have to buy water because it hasn't rained in 45 days or something.
Oh yeah, this is the longest dry patch in the history of Gabriola or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are at the coffee stop.
Yay.
Well, I don't see it.
It's there in the front.
Morning. So this is just this is the Gabriola Fitness Center. Looks like a nice gym. I don't know if they're open.
Yeah, they are. There's somebody in.
Ah, okay. Even got an electrical vehicle charging point. And this is the hardware store. There you go. It's actually quite a cool little town and a cool little island. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Lots going on, lots of tourists.
But there are, the difficulties. The ferries, the water, the property prices. It's everywhere.
Well, the property prices are a lot cheaper
Everywhere.
than Vancouver. Do you think the pizza and grill is open already?
I don't know if you can walk around. Remember the coffee shop is on the other side.
No, I think it's in the next
No, it's
block.
right there.
Aha.
How do I know that?
I don't know. So yeah, quite a cool little town. And I'm sweating like a dog because it is extremely hot. And that was a really strong walk up the hill. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off and get some coffee. Cheers.